The idea that they will succeed in a solid education are thought to be prerequisites for becoming a millionaire or even a tycoon. For individuals like Elon Musk, Vladimir Putin, Bill Gates, and Larry Ellison, it was a straightforward concept and a ludicrous thought that they could actually accomplish it. The same is true for many of the richest and most successful business people in the world. The path to achievement was a long, tedious, and difficult one, but why bother when you can live a life of crime and earn just as much as some of the richest people in the world without ever having to pay taxes on your earnings? So in today's video, we will be discussing some of the criminals in the world who are considered the wealthiest people. So let's start with Meyer Lansky, who is thought to be worth $400 million. The mob's accountant, who was more known by his nickname than his real identity, wasn't exactly on good terms with the IRS. He operated nationwide illegal gambling rings in the 1930s to amass his millions. Even after being gone for more than 30 years, he still has millions stashed away since he was good friends with some of the most well-known mobsters and mafia figures in the world. The Jewish mob that Lansky belonged to and had connections to the Italian mafia gave him the moniker Mob Accountant. He was crucial to the development of the US National Crime Syndicate. He amassed his wealth by creating a global gambling empire, operating casinos in London. He fulfilled both the roles of a participant and a member of organized crime, and he was largely responsible for the formation of the criminal underworld. When he was charged with tax evasion, Lansky went to Israel, but later came back to the US to face the charges. And at the age of 80, he passed away in 1983 from lung cancer. He has concealed his millions, but they were never discovered. Number 2, currently, Griselda Blanco is thought to be worth $500 million. It's uncommon to hear much more about female gangsters, but in the 1970s and 80s, they ruled as the most dangerous and lucrative criminals, especially in Miami and the drug trade. She is well known for having committed her first murder when she was 11 years old. And despite the widespread belief that she is a sociopath, she treated her business with some of the same seriousness. All 3 of her husbands were killed by the well-known rapist. She vanished from view in 2007. Number 3, Anthony Salerno, who is ranked 3rd, has an estimated net worth of $600 million. He started out in crime by engaging in gambling and loan sharking. In the Genovese crime family, Salerno eventually worked his way up to the position of consigliere. He is suspected of being responsible for numerous murders, spent a large portion of his life stealing and racketeering, and is well known for smoking cigars and dressing in pajamas. After other Italian rivals left East Harlem's heroin trade in the 1960s, Fat Tony Salerno became a fortune by controlling it. In the 80s, he rose to become the Genovese crime family's face man, and Fortune magazine even dubbed him America's top gangster in 1986. At the Medical Center for Federal Prisoners in Missouri, USA, he suffered a stroke in 1992 and passed away. Number 4, Joaquin Lura, aka El Chapo, estimated to have $1 billion net wealth. He may be more well known to you as El Chapo. His net worth is truly demonstrating that he is one of Mexico's most prominent and successful drug lords of all time. Chapo's prison break and subsequent capture have kept him in the news for the past 2 years. Additionally, his interview with a man named Sean Penn rose to enormous fame. His estimated value is actually closer to $5 billion, and it's plausible that he's still distributing drugs while he's inside. Maybe, he's gonna come out to collect on his $100 million reward for Donald Trump. Number 5, No Susumu Ishii. He is thought to be worth $1.5 billion. Ishii sadly joined the military at first, but opted to become a mobster after seeing battle. He was a member of the Inagua Kai gang and rose swiftly in the organization thanks to his street smarts and his willingness to kill anyone who stood in his way. He was well known for his real estate scams, but in the late 1980s, he lost the majority of his wealth. He was a serious criminal as well, regardless of whether that is what caused his death. According to others, of course. Number 6. Who do we have? Well, let's talk about Carlos Enrique Ladre Rivas' estimated $2.7 billion net worth now. Do you know anything about the Medellin cartel? He is the mastermind of one of the most well-known drug gangs in South America. He was well known for spending millions on a private island in the Bahamas and a plane of his own to facilitate the smuggling of drugs. And he went on to gain billions as a result. Yeah, billions. He has been imprisoned in the US for more than 20 years, and he's now serving time. And at number 7, we have Al Capone. Then estimated at $1 billion in net worth, of course. Since he's been gone for a while, we're using his net worth in current dollars. He earned over 100 million annually throughout his career, which is equivalent to more than 1 billion today. He was a bootlegger of illicit alcohol in the 1920s and 1930s, mostly in the Chicago region, and was dubbed the first untouchable. He was ultimately detained for tax evasion, but in reality, he was a man with a strong public name in the area of philanthropy who gave back extremely generously. Number 8. The estimated net worth of Pablo Escobar is 25 billion. Escobar was a member of the Medellin cartel and Colombian native. He worked extremely hard to spread pharmaceuticals over the world while raising his own family. He is regarded as the major drug lord of all time and is renowned for being one of the most brutal. Even a television program called Narcos is based on his life. Pablo Escobar is the most well-known cocaine dealer in history of the drugs trade. Number 9. Amaro Carrillo Fuentes has a 25 billion net worth. He was known for getting illicit plastic surgery to change his appearance so he could continue to escape from the government. He was the boss of a big Mexican drug enterprise. He was infamous for being liable for the death of what many believe to be thousands of people before his own dying from poor health. He had many 727 planes on which he operated his drugs. He assassinated his former leader, Rafael Aguilar Guajardo, and assumed control of the Juarez cartel's operations. He passed away in 1997 while receiving plastic surgery to help him further elude the law. Number 10. El Chapo Guzman, whose net worth is 1 billion. What will be the subject of our final discussion? The Mexican drug kingpin El Chapo Guzman founded the Sinaloa cartel. The Sinaloa cartel, a state on Mexico's Pacific coast, is where the criminal organization got its name. In 2003, El Chapo rose to prominence as Mexico's top drug lord and was regarded as the most potent trafficker in the entire globe. One of the richest and most powerful individuals in the world, Joaquin El Chapo Guzman is known as the godfather of the drug world by the US Drug Enforcement Agency and by Forbes magazine as the largest drug lord of all time. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you can get notified each time we post some new video. We'll see you later.